Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. Today we are going to paint this cute holiday wreath that you can use as a Christmas card or a painting to put on your wall or as a gift to give to someone. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Alright, so for our Christmas wreath we are using Strathmore watercolor paper. It's 5x7, 140 pounds and 100% cotton. I've got my Mungyo watercolor set, 2 cups of water, a towel. I'll be using my Princeton Heritage size 6 round. I will use a pencil and the inside of the tape here to lightly draw the circle for the wreath. And not sure if I'm going to use it or not, but I have my Sizzix heat tool as well. I think that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and center this tape here. It's pretty center. And lightly draw a circle. Okay. If you end up pushing too hard, if you have yourself a kneaded eraser, you can use it to pick up some of the pencil. It's not that dark, but I'll just pick up a little bit here. Okay, so let's mix up some colors. I'm going to use a spray bottle here just to wet the paint. So I think what I'm going to use is green, of course. Get some green here. My favorite is green and brown. I think it actually might be better if I just lighten it up a little bit, so it'll be easier to add dark onto light, not light onto dark. Let me add some of this lighter green. Okay, and then I can actually do lighter here too. Let's add some of that green in. I also like adding yellow to the green. Okay, let's add a bit more yellow, make it nice and bright, and then I'm going to add a bit of the brown to make it more similar to this color here. It's not such a big difference. Okay, can also test it on paper here. Just have scrap paper. It's like a olive green. Those actually look really nice together. What other colors should we use? What's that, like a bluey? Some of this dark blue. Some green. It's gonna be too. Might be able to. Might be a little bit too dark. Oh, that brown really takes over. A little bit more blue. Bring the blue back a bit. Do like dark, like pine leaves. No, okay. Let's try it. Let's start with that. So I'm going to start with the lighter color. I'm just going to go around and draw a stem, and it's not going to be directly on the line. It's going to go different ways just so that the leaves are more realistic. Okay. Oh, I don't like that noise. Okay, so there's one. And we'll just keep kind of going around. Turn the paper here. If I can flip this so it stops making that noise. Nope, there's stickies under there. Okay, we're not going to do that. I'm going to do it this way. It needs to make the noise. Okay. Okay, so they don't have to be the same size, they don't have to be going the same way, but that's kind of what I'm doing here, bringing the tip or the top of it in. You can make it face out if you want. You just want to try and keep the form of a circle for the wreath. And then we'll do one more. Okay, so there's that. Now what else do we want to do? I'm gonna use that for like the pine needles. I can do that for holly. Okay, let's do it. So the darker green, and actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna start with the berries. Just use this red that we have here. Use this last time for my berries, and I'm just going to draw little circles. You're going to do different amounts at each. You don't want them to be the same. Okay, like that, and we'll let that dry. Actually, I use my heat tool just to speed it up a bit. Okay, so now if you have a smaller brush, you can use that as well, because the holly leaves are going to be a little bit smaller. I'm just going to stick with my size 6. So you're just going to, you know, do little squiggly motions, curves, and each curve comes to a point. You can make them however big or long you want. And they don't have to have the same amount of point on each side. Okay. Over here. So we're just gonna, everywhere there's berries, we're gonna add some leaves. Different amounts, different sizes at each, so that it's not exactly the same all around. I want it to be different because that's more natural. I don't know what to do. Sorry if I can't tell. Sorry if I lean over and my head goes in the frame there. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay, and let's do one more. Okay, so there that is. So now I'm gonna get a little bit of the dark brown. A little hint of black to make it a bit darker. So I think do there. One coming here. This is going to be the pine. I'm just kind of, you know, adding like sticks, and then we'll go in with the needles after. Really just, you know, looking for the empty spots, and this will be a nice filler. And you can always add more after if you feel like it's still too empty or bare. Okay, I'm going to take my color that I made here. It was the mix of blue, green, brown. I don't think I used black, I can't remember. It's the bluey, dark bluey color. So then you're just going to add thin lines as the pine needles. Don't need it to be perfect. Look similar to pine. Those are too spread out. Okay. And next. And they don't go all the way down the stem. So that's why I'm, you know, leaving part of the brown so you can see it. as many as you want. We'll do this and then we'll see if we need more. Also, I'm going to do pine cones as well, which will help fill up the area. It's okay to overlap because that's what happens in actual wreaths. Alright, so now we're going to get, even use some of this brown here, but I think I want to do a little bit lighter. A little bit of yellow to it. Okay. And you're just going to use your brush and you're literally just going to, like let's do one right here. So you're just going to use the tip of the brush and you're just going to do little marks here and you're going to make it into pine cone shape, and then we'll go over and add in some darker color as well. Okay, so now we're just going to add some dark brown to the pine cones. So let's get more brown. I'm going to put in some black to make it even darker. Not too much. Okay. Take a little bit, and then you're just going to go over, not fully, just little dabs all around. Okay, like that. You can even go and make, get darker green and make lines on the leaves, which I think is what I'm going to do. You can leave it just like that, but I want just a little bit more detail. So I'm just mixing more green and brown. Get a nice dark green, because you want to be able to see the line through it. Okay. And just drawing a line in the center of the leaves. You don't want it to be perfectly straight, you want it to go with the way the leaves are curving. Okay, so I think that is pretty cute. If you wanted more, you could add more fillers, like more of the pine needles. You can stick to all greens, you can change the color. I've seen blue toned wreaths which are really pretty, but I actually like the look of the green and bluish together, and the brown, it's just nice neutral tones. And You can leave it like that, or if you feel that the background is too bare, you can add a border, which I'm wondering, a nice silver border. Let's try it. Can even do gold, but I'm thinking silver because of the pine needles, the color of those. Let's see. So I'm not going at the edge, and I'm not going to be perfectly straight. I'm just dragging my brush across. I'm going to turn it and do it along this edge. More color. The silver stand out more. Actually want to do this one a little bit darker here. You can go over it again too. You could also use marker. I have Posca pens, markers, that would work great as well. Okay. I'm gonna have to go over this one again. I actually like that. I really like that added border, and the silver goes really good with the pine needles. Okay, I like that. You could totally add, you know, splatter, but do I want to? I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't want the splatter on top of the wreath, so I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Yep. Let's do it close up here. There we go. And there's a Christmas holiday wreath. Cute and simple. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you give this a try, please tag me. I'd love to see it. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.